What's going on? All right. So, I have 10 don't do it's. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it at bingo. Okay? So, we're going to dig right into it real quick. Okay. So, one, do not interrupt someone's buy in sale. So, I'm guilty of this myself because I hate waiting in the bingo lines. I really do. So, if I see my friend, I'll be like, hey, can you buy my pack? Or, I try not to cut in line because they'll be like, oh, just come up here with me. No, that is a big no-no to cut in line. I've seen fights break out and friendships end because someone cut in line and bought their pack or their computer and that person won and the person behind them feels like you stole their luck. I have been on both ends of that spectrum because I'm the one who will usually cut in line or say, hey, can you buy my pack? And then I'm the one who gets mad because that person that cut in line or bought the pack wins, and I feel like that should have been my win. So don't do that, okay? That's a biggie. Don't interrupt someone's sale. So, if a worker is selling a pull tab to you, and there are lurkers, watchers who watch how you buy, and then they want to come right behind you and interrupt because they feel like, oh, you just bought 20, I'm gonna cut in line and get this. So everyone knows my whole rant about Miss Renee, which I love Miss Renee to death. Well, years ago, Miss Renee was sitting at a table next to me, and Alex was selling me Mega Horse. Mega Horse is worth $1,000. So I had bought, in Houston we sell 50 stacks. So a brick is $50. So I had bought like 27, 28 of them, and I was giving him my playback. So we were still in transaction. And she had 2 playbacks. And she was like, oh, Alex, give me 2. And he gave it to her. And I'm just looking at him like, what are you doing? What's the rules? But he wasn't thinking, so he just gave them to her. And she got the horse, and the horse won. So, yeah, that is a huge pet peeve of mine. Congratulations again, Miss Renee, but this happened years ago. She won that $1,000 horse, which it was meant for her. It wasn't meant for me, but yeah, you still feel a little bitter. That still hurt, like you got that little throat choke right there. Anyway, so don't interrupt a pull tab sale. Now, I know in certain states and cities, in certain halls, and I've been to all of these, where the worker will come sell to you, and once they're done with you, you can't buy anything else from them until they come back around. There's options to where you don't they don't have workers that walk around. You actually go and buy all your tabs right then and there at the beginning of each session. That was at 40 Modders, and they did have some that came and sold afterwards in between, but most of the time you're getting all your tabs like at the beginning of the session. Do not yell at the caller because there's no ends in that certain game. I don't understand the craziness when people yell at the callers. There's no end. There's no O's. Like, the caller will catch it. Just give them like a minute, maybe. I know 60 seconds is a long time in bingo world, but they'll catch it. There's no time. There's no use to like screaming at them. Okay. All right. Speaking of yelling, so I have witnessed so many times, and I'm not even going to say the worker's name. Actually, I can say a couple of them, but I'm not going to say their names. If you continue to yell their name over and over again, and I'm just going to say one is, I don't know, Bob. Bob! Bob! Hey, Bob! Bob has heard you call their name over and over again. Y'all know I yell across the bingo hall, especially at my regular halls, like my home halls. I'll scream across the hall like it's nothing. But if I know that they heard me, except for Damon, because Damon will forget, and I'm gonna say his name because Damon will forget that I've called his name like 12 times, and he'll just go on, and then he'll come by and be like, oh, yeah, Damon. And today's Damon's birthday, so happy birthday, Damon. DeMar's birthday was, I think, yesterday or the day before, so happy belated birthday, DeMar. Anyway, don't scream their names. 9 times out of 10, they heard you. You also have to look at it, maybe they know they're out, and then they're gonna just be like cut. But you have some that will hear that you keep calling their names, and instead of like cursing you out, they will probably just not come sell to you, because that's irritating, you know, to hear your name over and over again, like Bob, Bob. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here goes the superstitions again. Okay, so with me, I've always been kind of free with telling people or my friends who sit with me now, because I'm doing the influencing thing and I talk to thousands of you, you know, in the lives, or hundreds sometimes. It hasn't been thousands in a long time. Anyway, I will show you guys the number I need, or my horse number. So sometimes you have people who don't want you to know their horse number or what number they need, because they feel like people will hold your numbers down, which is true. Before I started doing all of this and filming, I used to always just have all my stuff flipped over so no one could see my horse numbers or my dog tickets or the numbers that I needed. Because a lot of people remember the 4-digit, especially on Megadabs. They know those, they know Tic Tacs, they know the cards with 2 frees. And if they don't really care for you, they are going to like hold your numbers down. And that is just a superstition or a belief that some people have. You have some of your friends who don't want you to know what horse they have. And I mean, it's understandable. So try not to look at everyone's stuff unless it's someone who you know is not really paying attention and you don't want them to miss that money, which 9 times out of 10, I don't want you to miss that money. I don't look at a lot of people's cards. Y'all seen me sitting next to other people, and I don't look over unless it's my mom or Moochie, because I feel like they're rookies, you know. So FYI, try not to like look at everybody's numbers. Okay, so this is probably not really a don't. It's more of, y'all done got on my nerves. When you yell bingo, some places don't allow you to say certain things. Like I used to say, let's go. So if y'all see all my old shirts, it says let's go on there. That's where that came from, because anytime I would win a horse or I would win a bingo, I would be like, let's go. And it would be very loud. But some people don't like that. Some places don't allow you to say other words. You have to say bingo, you have to say holder, you have to say the name of the ticket or something to that effect, right? As long as your call, your yell is not obnoxious, you'll probably be okay. But there's some people who yell very obnoxiously, and people don't like it. So, I mean, it's a personal thing, but hey, you do you. Whatever you do to get the caller's attention, because that's what they say. But just be mindful, some people don't like the craziness. Some people probably didn't like my let's go either. Okay. So I know you guys have seen this recently on my lives, but if they're running my horse race and I'm calling for my horse, don't come talk to me. Do not go and talk to someone who's actually trying to call for their horse, because you get our minds like it's thrown off because we're calling for our horse. So I'm calling for 52, 67, and you over here talking about Joe Blow and the food in the back. Like, I don't care about that. So I don't want to be rude, but don't come talk to me, you know, doing that. Speaking of which we get to number, I think this is number 8. I don't know. If we're playing Megadab or a big money game like the $23.98 or a $2,000 game or the Shark or whatever it is, big payout games, do not talk to me. Like, don't. So for influencers, it's hard because we want to see what you guys are saying, because sometimes we're playing a lot of cards and we may miss a number. Just let the mods know, and the mods can like text us or whatever, because we'll 9 times out of 10, if a mod calls me, I know something is up, because they know that I'm literally on live. So don't talk to people while they're playing Megadab or any big payout games, because what happens is you throw us off, and if we sleep, like I'm getting a call now, spam. You get a call, not a call, you interrupt me, you mess up my flow of the games. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, number 9. if we're playing a quiet game and you're eating wings or you're eating any kind of food, don't lick your fingers and smack. It's very loud because when it's really quiet, when we're playing games like that, no one's saying anything, and all of a sudden you hear, and then you touching your cards, your tabs, you touching the money. It's just nasty. Don't do that. And number 10, speaking of nasty, when we're all cleaning up our stuff at the end of the bingo and you're looking, some people are real slobs. There's trash cans everywhere. Some halls provide paper bags. They will provide you anything. Why is your table a freaking mess? You got tabs everywhere, pickle juice, all this stuff. Like, throw the stuff in the trash. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to have a part 2 because I want you guys to tell me some of your don'ts at your halls. So you can email me at confessionsofaBingoAddict@gmail.com, or you can place comments below in the under the video and kind of tell us, and then we'll talk on those as well. We will have a part 2. Thank you again. Those were my 10 don't do it. This is unedited, as you can see, because I've made some mistakes. I have to do the bingo dues too. Yeah. Oh, honorable mentions. Do not come to bingo late, because when I come to bingo late, I'm all discombobulated. Believe me. But you know what's crazy? If you're the last person to buy a computer or a paper pack, 9 times out of 10 you win. Anyway, see y'all later.